Discipline is a muscle. You heard it so many times from successful people. You have to be disciplined to become successful, right? But what does it actually mean in your day to day? And I'm gonna break this down for you now. The real definition of discipline is holding your word to yourself and everyone else. That is the highest priority. And this will probably go mainly to men, so I speak for the men who are listening to me. If you're the guy who does what he say he will do, your life will change because you change, right? And that's the whole definition, right? If, for example, everyone knows that there's a guy you know. If a friend of you moves houses and you said, I'm gonna help you. When you move, I'm gonna help you. And then the day comes around and he asks you, hey, are you around on 8 a.m. on Saturday? And if you don't show up, that's an L. Everything you say, you hold, right? You have to make sure your word, there's a saying, I think in German we say it, and I hope it translated the same way in English, but we say one man, one word, right? Maybe it comes from English, I don't know, but you might have heard that, and it's so true because honestly, most people love telling people what they're going to do, and they're speaking, right? And very few actually do it. What they actually said they do it, right? And then what they're doing by saying that and always running their mouth is they're chasing the validation. They are chasing the dopamine of telling people and not doing. And that is the trap. That's the trap where the second you tell people, yeah, your brain treats it like it's already happened. And that's why most people never follow through after announcing, I'm going to do this 20K run. I do this business I ever wanted. I do go to the gym next week. And why are you saying it? Why are you putting as well all these eyes on you? It can help for the right people, right? It can help. I get it. Sometimes you say something and it keeps you accountable. Now you said it, but that also only keeps you accountable if you're the man who holds his word and doesn't want to lose that respect of others. And that is honestly what where I lose respect from a lot of people. I told this close people to me as well when they were like telling me, I do this and that. Bro, do it. I don't care what you're going to do. Tell me what you have done. And for years now, I switched my mindset to that. I would always be the guy who surprises my circle because they never knew I was working for this for months or years, right? And I don't need to announce it. It also makes it way easier to follow through because for me, I don't get somebody talking me out of it or their insecurities or their fears. When I set something in my mind, I want to protect it as long as possible until I know if it's something I want to pursue further. But until I have my own experience, I don't want to invite other people's thoughts, opinions, own experiences, right? I can tell you I want to do this, and then somebody tells me, I did this, I failed. And now I'm reconsidering if I should even do it, right? Everybody is different, everybody's unique, everybody goes through a unique path. And that's why that brought me so much success, guys. I'm telling you, if you just put your head into something and let somebody, doesn't matter who it is, very close people, even family, friends, relationship, do not let them talk you out of it. Try it yourself first. Get your own experience. Very important. I think every successful person has done it and is just running his mind and lives his life on his own terms. So always do first and let the result talk because results speak louder than words anyway. That is the best thing ever. If you go somewhere in a room and you told them what you've done instead of going in a room and saying, oh, I'm gonna do this, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I think a percent of them already know you're talking bullshit. So just don't do it. I lose massive respect. Successful people know that. when somebody's just running his mouth and never follows through. You do this once, maybe I believe you. But then you do it the second time and third time, you just talk and nothing has been done. Bro, you are done. You are actually, I lose so much respect from people that I cut them off because I can't be around them, bro. It's not possible. I am around doers, I am around achievers, not talkers. So, and here's where I actually learned this. That was in fitness. Sports and fitness taught me this before anything else did. If you want to have a good physique, you work hard every single day. You get no applause, you get no guarantee what you even will look like at the end in a couple of years. You look maybe completely different. You don't know how you look like, your genetics, how your body composure is, it could be completely different. Maybe you don't even like it, but you have so much trust in the process without proof it's working, and you look at people who did different bodies, different journeys. Would you take that result? Almost yes, right? Because you end up healthier, you end up stronger, and your whole system adapts. Not just how you look, it makes you overall a stronger person internally and externally. So yeah, when I started with fitness seriously, I was always kind of a sporty guy, but with serious fitness when I turned 18. Straight up, I was 18, turned 18, and I went to the gym. And I was a complete noob, and then I was super obsessed of doing everything right because the fear of going into the gym and not knowing how to do the exercises crippled in me a little bit. It was hurting my ego a little bit. But for me, that ego actually helped me to study it, watching YouTube videos, everything, practicing over and over and over and over until I have the really good technique, so that I taught other beginners when I was in year 2 and 3. And even with my friends, when I went and they would just like swing and do like bullshit, and I was like telling them, do this. And then they adapted because they found out after their own experience that it's way better like this. And that taught me so much just going into the gym. It's really showing up every day, guys. It's in a gym, in a kitchen, in a recovery. It just doesn't only teaches you about fitness and health. It taught me if I can do it here, I can do it in business, I can do it in relationships, in anything. And anything I actually care about. And you're disciplined in one place and that transfers everyone else. It's like a muscle. As I said in the beginning, you need to create that muscle in something you have enjoy and have fun. And I had great pleasure in gym, but there were so many days where I didn't want to go, and I still went. And even if it's like half a session, whatever, it's 30 minutes instead of 60 minutes. Hey, I showed up, because small steps is better than, big leap steps all the time. They are not sustainable, but like, you need to be consistent. That's the only thing. And, never slip your discipline. And also why health comes first, and you should probably consider starting working on your health first with the discipline, is because the fitness might be probably the highest return on investment and discipline you can actually build, because it's your health, right? And without health you can't build anything. You can't build a business, you can't have a relationship, everything. When you're, let's say, in a hospital, the whole world is not relevant. The only thing is your health. Remember that. If you would be in a hospital, and be grateful when you're healthy right now. And I say it with you, I'm very grateful of being young, alive, and healthy. That is the highest priority. That's why gym and diet and calmness and recovery, all of that is the biggest ROI, because if you have that in check, you can be so powerful in communication, relationship, and business, and anything you want to pursue. So start there. If you haven't done it yet, then start there. Everything else gets easier once you do it. And once your body is in order, guys, confidence and discipline in other areas comes naturally. Trust me, having a good physique makes me stand out in rooms where it will be talked about business and money. It's just natural. It's just people respect the discipline. People in any gender, the woman will respect it, right? Might love also you have a good body, but she knows this guy is so disciplined to get this physique. Wow, you know, like he's not just lazy. He just actually puts things together. He's going after the things he wants, and everybody wants that nice body, so he went after it, and that's what people subconsciously recognize. And especially if they would wish to have that, they could be successful in other areas and then think like, wow, this guy, maybe he's not the best in business yet, but look at his health. You know, other people will also look at you like this, right? So yeah, and don't limit discipline just to sports as well. Show up consistently for friends, for family, for your coworkers who actually deserve your time. That's important. The people who deserve your time and energy, show up for them, and work on yourself harder than you work on your job. That is one quote from my mentor Jim Rohn, which is he changed my life, he changed my mindset, and I can just say it. Work on yourself harder than you do on your job, right? We all go through our, 9 to 5 career, whatever it is. But hey, this alone will change your life more than almost anything else you could do. If you just, and what I mean by work on yourself, well, study your past, reflect on your past. Don't dwell on it, but like learn, because all up to your age right now, you have so much experience gathered. If you always never go internal and understand what they actually mean to you, what they actually meant everything to you, past friendships, past businesses, past choices you took, all of that comes great through just being by yourself, reflect a little bit every day, what about your life, about who you are, go into silence, stay alone, practice meditation. I haven't thought that would be so helpful in my life, right? I thought you always need something, you always need to, but you have the answers. Most of you guys have all the answers in you. You're looking always outside and other people, and now social media and YouTube and other people for the answers. You have the answers, I'm telling you. So this is one thing where you can work on yourself. You can work on your health. You can work on your, diet. You can work on your body. You can work on your business. You can work on, the money side of things. You can work on skills. How, like, see yourself as a character in a video game, and how would you level up this guy? Well, you will probably go through a lot of jobs and quests and, a lot of like fights maybe and stuff like that. Not that you should fight somebody here in real life, right? But like, challenges. You would complete challenges. And then your character in the video game would level up. See your real life like a video game. Because if you gamify it, then it's actually fun, right? If you real life, you see it as a game, and I treat almost everything as a game. Social media, my 9 to 5, you know, it's almost like a game. Not that I wouldn't be serious, right? Just because it's a game. Sometimes things getting serious, you need to make hard decisions. But yeah, sometimes also better to not take everything serious. There needs to be a good balance. You can't be super serious all the time about life, right? You need to enjoy the process, you need to be yourself. And guys, trust me, yourself are the highest ROI asset to your life and to your loved ones. If you level up, everybody around you will have a more pleasant life because you have become a better person to serve other people. And that's why I stress it so much that you work every day a little bit on yourself. The more time, the more energy, the more knowledge you put into yourself, the more it shows up everywhere. In your life, in your relationships, in your business. Work on yourself harder than you work on your job, and your life will change because you will change. So, by saying this, guys, I hope this made a lot of sense to you. Give me a subscribe here. I've created this channel new. I've done things in the past, but this is like just my experiences, my thoughts. I write the things out before I actually record it, and I have actually thought what I actually experienced and what I believe, and I hope it helps you along the way. I will make more of these videos. I like them, I love it, I love to share, It's same as I would share something when I sit somebody in a sauna. And I think with these videos I can reach much more like-minded people who are on the same like path and can learn from it. So if I can connect with you guys, I would be very happy. Subscribe to my channel, like, give me a comment, give me your thoughts, and yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Peace out. Take care.